I'm in my hoodie today because I'm cold. It's the peak of winter right now, but it's November. It's not even December yet. What the fuck? I can see myself. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Hello. I realised I have not spoken to my phone like a maniac for a month now. And I was like, I'm gonna make this a regular thing. And then I never did it again, so now I'm doing it. My parents aren't home. That means I can be loud if I want to. I'm just kidding, I'm not stupid. Unless. Although I always feel a lingering presence. Anyway. Today, I'm gonna turn my TV down. It's got some epic music coming out. God forbid. Lord for... Bear with me. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway. I want to talk about music. Because me and my good friend, my good buddy, my good... Why am I stuttering? Why am I stuttering? I don't stutter. There's no reason. There's no reason. Anyway. My good buddy Ben. I love Ben. He's my best friend. He's great. Me and him, we were sitting in an Xbox party together. And we were chatting. We were chatting about... I went from politics to music. And music is so important. I think music is one of the most important / essential things in a human being's life. Because it is everywhere. Music is everywhere. Why is my friend doing that? I need to get a haircut. I don't think people understand or appreciate how important music is. I'm a musician. I'm a drummer. I love playing the drums. I love hitting things like an idiot because it's so fun and it's great and it's awesome. And I've been a drummer for about 3 years now. I'm mostly self-taught. I just started going to college a couple months back and now I've got a really good tutor. He's bald as hell and he's awesome. Anyway, music's been my passion for around the time I started playing drums. I'm a bassist too. I play the bass guitar because the drums and the bass are the coolest instruments. That's all I'm saying. So I am the rhythm section. And you can say music is everywhere. You can be like, but see, when you say rhythm is everywhere, you cannot argue with that. What does your heart do? Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. It's a dotted rhythm. There's rhythm everywhere. There's rhythm in everything you do. You know, when you're walking, you find that flow. You're all like, confident in your awesome outfit you chose today. And like just the tempo that you're walking at. You know, it's a rhythm. It's a rhythm. And I just love that it's everywhere. It really, I like finding the rhythm in things, music and things. You speak in notes. Words with their syllables have different rhythms if you write them down, you know. And I love something that's great about being a music geek is the more you get into music, the more you see it in everyday life. The more you like understand shit and the more that you pick up on stuff. Whether that be in music or in life in general, you know. It's like, when you listen to pop music, not really related, but I don't know, I'm just yapping. I'm talking for the sake of talking because it's fun. Also, I feel like, my room looks like solitary confinement with a mirror. We just moved in a couple months ago and I still haven't put any posters up. I look insane. Anyway, what was I talking about? Shit. I'm so sorry, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I might have been talking about something to do with shops. Yeah, unrelated. See when you're like walking around a shop or a grocery store or what have you, and you're browsing, you're looking for food, you're looking for drinks, you're looking for that delicious toilet paper, and you're grooving a little bit because you hear this song on the radio, but the only thing you hear is the bass line. And pop music, or like music that is played in stores, is crafted in like algorithmic form specifically for the bass line to be the most heard thing, because you don't hear treble in a place with loud noise, you hear bass. That's why when you're at a concert or when like a phone is recording a concert, you can only hear like, you know, you can only hear the bass, because that's just it's called the bass. It's the lowest thing, which means you're gonna pick it up. I found that really interesting because when you're listening to music, usually pop music specifically has amazing gravy bass lines. Guys, amazing, groovy bass lines. And I just think that's really cool. I think, see, there was that video, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's an absolute legend. And he was talking about how when on the bass guitar, or music in general, there's no wrong notes. There's no wrong notes, because you don't dance to the notes of the song, you dance to the rhythm. You know, you tap your foot to the rhythm, not to what key the song's in, you know. Say, oh yeah, this song is particularly hard because it's in D flat major. What was that sentence I just said? I don't know. You know, like, you can, for example, in the video, he just started playing like chromatically down his bass. He started just playing every note, but it was still like dunk, 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 dunk. Like, there's no wrong notes, and I think that's cool, because another thing about how music is so important is, no matter what, right, you will find yourself subconsciously grooving to a song if it's groovy. You might not even notice. You might not notice that the song is even playing, but your brain's first like reaction is to be like, is to like tap your foot, is to have a little bit of fun. You know, it does something to your brain, and it's so magical. You know, I love having a passion, and I love that I get to like follow it, because I go to college, as I've said before, and like probably like 4 videos already, but I really do. My biggest concern is, see, when you think musician, you think music, you think instruments, and you think Baroque as fuck. Sorry. And that's something that really concerns me as an aspiring musician. A musician in the making, a musician in the oven. I'm gonna be broke as hell. And I saw recently that there was this law that was passed in Ireland, I think, that means, or like makes sure that like musicians and artists get paid, I think it's £325. No, what was the currency? I can't remember what currency it was in the post, but it was either dollars, pounds, or euros. But it was something around the 325 mark. And that would be great if that was like enforced everywhere else, because musicians are very, very dependent on other people rather than themselves. And it kind of sucks, because being an artist means you're just having to be a big people pleaser, you know? It's like, what can we write that people are going to like? But also, something that's so good about music, going on to my next point, is it literally, you can do anything with music. You can express yourself in any way that you want to. Something that I love about Gojira, Mario Duplantier, is it Mario Duplantier? I don't know. I'm not French, so I'm going to say it the stupid way, Duplantier. He says that his whole shtick is, I don't care about technique, you know, I want to express my emotions on this song. And he's like the most technical drummer, one of the most like fucking ever, and it kind of pisses me off. I'm kidding. Absolutely love that guy. He's so good at drums. But like, you can express emotions through music, you know. You hear some like Radiohead stuff, when like you can hear Johnny Greenwood like totally smacking the shit out of his guitar. I forget my camera's like here, so you can't see what I'm doing with my hands down here. Like, I could be doing some crazy shit, like sorry, that was immature. No, I just love how expressive it is, because it is an expressive art, and I do believe that not only music is one of the most important things, like in terms of being a human, in terms of having a soul, I also think just art in general is. Paintings, whether that be like drawing, painting, music, performative arts, you know, like drama and TV, you know, it's stuff that we consume without actually being aware of it, that is overlooked. It's almost ironic, because, you know, it's something that's just in our everyday life, just like there all the time, but our brains don't pick up on it because it's so just like normal. It's kind of like when you put your shoes on in the morning, you don't really think about it, but you're doing it. It's like, it's always there, but you're not thinking about it. And like, I love art. I love art. And I'd love to be good at drawing. I've tried, but I'm ass. And I love yapping. And I love that I can just do it if I want to. And somebody commented on my video yesterday. I was really happy, and I replied to them. I didn't expect anybody to even look at my shit. Honestly, I don't expect anyone to. I'd honestly rather not. Can't lie. See if some of my friends from college find that I'm just talking to my phone for 50 minutes straight. They'd be like, I'm just kidding. I don't really care. Yeah. No, I do believe that music and art in general is severely, severely overlooked, and that needs to change. And obviously, there are people, like, everybody does appreciate art in their own way, but I mean, like, a specific, like, words, you know, that needs to be, like, shown that they appreciate it, rather than, like, I don't even know how to explain it, because it is appreciated. People listen to music, people enjoy art, people find the meaning of art, lyrics, music, performative art. They find the meaning using their own mind. It's very, that's why I like, oh, that's another thing. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but art is really subjective. Say I give you this painting, right? Just this painting of, imagine like a sunrise and like trees and a lake, right? And you can show that painting, that same painting, to 10 different people, and they will all have a different meaning of the painting. That's what I love. I love that it's so interpretive. That's not the right word. Subjective, as I said. Like, you can look at one thing and perspective changes just due to personal experience. Technically, I could write a song with lyrics that mean absolutely nothing, like everything in its right place type shit, and people will be able to find a meaning. That's what I love about art as well. It engages people's brains. It makes you look at the sort of philosophical side of things, you know. And it's a really good, it's a good brain tickler, and it's also just sounds really good too. But I do clump art into one thing, but I'm a musician, so I'm talking specifically about music in this scenario. Although, as I've said previously, you know, talk about other arts, but music is my. I love music. I love music so much. Now I want to play my bass guitar because I've just talked about it so much, and I love having a passion. I absolutely love being passionate about something. And I also hate being Scottish, because if I do not pronounce my T's, I sound like a stupid head, but if I do pronounce my T's, I sound like a robot. Anyway, is that all? I think that's all on this topic. I just needed to get that off my chest, you know, because me and my friend, as I said, we had this great conversation about it, and I want to have another one with him, but he's busy. He's a busy bee, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to talk to my phone because I haven't done it in a while. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. That's about it. Toodaloo.